Hey my friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in again today. So today I have for all of you everyone's favorite mutton biryani. This recipe is Derek's recipe, and between the two of us, he is always the best when it comes to making biryani because he's been making biryani for years together now. So this is his recipe, and if you're gonna follow all these steps correctly, you will definitely end up with a restaurant style biryani. So let's get quickly started. So here we have about 2 kgs of mutton that I'm chopping up into small pieces, and which we'd be marinating in a while. So we're going to start with the marination. We're going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of yogurt, thick yogurt, and half teaspoon of turmeric. That's all we need for the marination. I'm giving this a quick mix and leaving it to rest for about 45 minutes. Now let's move on to the next step. Let's now move on to our whole spices, which is the garam masala. So for this we need some cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, and then maize and star anise. And apart from this, we'd be needing 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds and ginger and garlic. Lastly, 2 or 3 shallots. And here I have some mint, coriander and chili that we'll be grinding along with the spices. And then now in a pan, I've added some oil, and we're going to roast all the spices that we had before along with the shallots and ginger and garlic. I've diced all of them, and I'm just giving it a little bit of saute so the flavors come out. And now let's move on to cooking the mutton. So in a cooker, I've added a little bit of oil, and I'm adding the marinated mutton to this. We're going to be cooking the mutton separately, and I'm just going to give this a mix and then close the lid, leaving it to about 5 to 6 whistles or until the mutton is fully cooked. So now we're going to be grinding all the roasted spices that we had. We're going to grind all the spices along with the onions and the garlic. And to this, I'm going to be adding coriander, mint and chili. And we're going to grind all of them together with a little bit of water to make a fine paste. So now we're going to be adding basmati rice. Here we've taken 4 cups of basmati rice, and we're washing it in lukewarm water to remove all the starch. So let's start making the biryani. Now to a vessel, I'm adding whole spices, some bay leaf, cardamom, cloves, cinnamon, and I'm adding in the cut onions as well, and just giving them a good saute. For you to get the good flavor from the onion, you need to make sure that you just saute them until they are golden brown. They should not get burned. And you can add a little bit of salt now, and then you just keep sauteing until they turn golden brown. Next, I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, and mixing everything together. And next we are adding whatever was in the mixie jar, that is the spices along with the coriander, mint and the chili paste. We are adding everything together along with the previous mixture and giving everything a stir. Next, I'm taking out only the mutton from the cooker and adding it to the vessel here. No water, just the mutton. Next, we are going to be adding in the 2 diced tomatoes and giving that a mix. And then adding about 4 tablespoons of curd. And here we are adding the juice of half a lime to give that nice zing. So next we're going to be adding in the water. The mutton that we cooked in the cooker had about 2 cups of water in it. So we're going to be adding those 2 cups, and apart from that we're going to be adding 2 extra cups of water. So 4 cups of water in total for 4 cups of basmati rice. And we're going to close this and cook for about 10 minutes. You can now open up the cover and check for salt. The water has to be a little salty because only then the biryani would taste perfect once it's completely done. So after another 10 minutes, we're going to open up the vessel and we're going to add the 4 cups of basmati rice now. I had previously soaked the rice for just 10 minutes and now I'm going to add in the rice slowly into the vessel and just mixing it along with the gravy. But make sure that you do not mix it too much, otherwise the rice would break and you wouldn't get those individual rice once the biryani is done. Now I'm going to just close the lid and let it cook for another 5 minutes by stirring in intervals, and also don't forget to keep the flame at low. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to put the biryani on dum. This is a traditional South Indian way of cooking biryani. We're now going to add the dum. For that I'm going to wet a towel and cover the vessel with the towel tightly, and I'm going to use the cover to cover the vessel. And then I'm going to add something heavy on top. So now for the bottom we are going to use an old chapati pan, and I'm going to place the biryani vessel on this pan so the heat comes from the bottom. And for the top I'm going to keep a vessel with hot water, so the warmth from that water will cook the rice on top. So this is how traditionally it is done in South India. They usually use charcoal to do this, but because we're making it at home, we're going to keep a hot vessel on top and keep this on low flame and let it cook for 25 minutes and open the dum only when you're going to serve. So it's time for the big reveal now. There it is, our traditional South Indian mutton biryani. It's come out really perfect. If you see, the rice has cooked perfectly and it's all individually cooked, and this is gonna taste amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am really looking forward for all of you to try this and let me know how it goes. Send me your photos once the biryani is done. I'm sure it's gonna taste as perfect as it looks, and I will catch you all very soon with another recipe video. Do like and share and subscribe to my channel, and if you did like this recipe, please share it with your friends and family. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.